Welcome to the evolution of a constructivist approach from kindy to grade 6. This is the review of two articles, Maximizing Students' Mathematical Learning in the Early Years and Mathematics in the Junior Grades, Teaching and Learning Mathematics. And this is by Jeff Keel. So this is going to be a look at different main ideas that a constructivist approach would apply to grades from kindergarten to grade 6. So the first main idea that we're going to look at from a constructivist approach would be the kindergarten class. And in the kindergarten class, we're going to take a look at centers, because throughout the articles it talks a lot about how free play should be something that's offered to the students. So we get the students and we allow them free play. Now there's two types of free play to really work with. One is play that involves math, and the second one is playing with mathematics itself. So playing with mathematics itself would be creating open and parallel tasks and promoting questioning with the students. And the other main idea that I think is important in this situation would be the students, they would have to participate in the math, but the teacher is going to sit back and watch what the students are doing, and they're going to plan the next instructions based on what the students are doing and what the kids are doing, or provide direct instruction based on what the kids are doing. So it's a reactionary style of teaching that really allows the teacher to develop the students' skills based on the stuff that they're actually working on. So the main idea in a grade 1 classroom would be to look at math talks. So students, there's been researched throughout these articles that students lack the language to talk among themselves to really understand what they're supposed to be saying. And so if we give the students the opportunity to talk amongst themselves, to explain themselves, to question, to discuss strategies, and really focus on this consolidation piece at the end, it just gives the opportunity for the students to develop their skills in order to be able to talk about what the things that they are doing. A great little way to allow students to really consolidate, really understand, and really appreciate math talk in a grade 1 classroom. So that strategy, the consolidation, the math talk, would be an effective way to display the evolution of constructivism in grade 1. Now we're going to talk about the main idea for grade 2. So in both articles, it really stressed having a positive attitude, making students more capable and confident in creating a safe environment where students feel like they can have a really great attitude. And it reminded me a lot of the whole growth mindset versus fixed mindset. So in grade 2, a constructivist approach could be to take this idea and to create a growth mindset. Students that are happy, students that are talking about how much they enjoy mathematics, as opposed to the fixed mindset where students are very locked in on their beliefs that they can't get any better. So grade 2, a constructivist focus would be to create this growth mindset idea that students certainly can learn math and they can change and develop intellectually when it comes to working with numbers. So the approach that I would take in grade 3 would be the mathematization of the classroom, making meaningful connections between different subjects, but also math to music, music to language, math to science, all these different cross-curricular connections. But even more importantly, I would say I would want to make real-world experiences those type of connections. So math would relate to the experiences the kids have had that are real, that are relevant, and that kids can actually understand and believe in. So grade 3, I would mathematize my class, make meaningful connections, not only through the curriculum, but also through real-world connections. For grade 4, the strategies that I would use, or the evolution, could look like taking the invent, explain, and critique idea and asking the students to really dive into this. So in grade 4, you're really going to focus on inventing different mathematical strategies and inventing different ways to solve problems. You're going to really work on explaining that and critiquing that, and that I would really apply to the 3-part math lesson using the gallery walk, the band show, or the math congress, where the students are trained to collaborate, to communicate, and to really understand that this is what they're actually writing, this is what they're inventing, this is how they should explain it, and when they're talking to other students about the math that they're doing, this is how you properly critique it. So that would really help them develop the strategies by looking at other students and seeing what they are doing and how they're answering questions, and also allow them the opportunity to really develop the skills to explain what they're thinking and how they got to where they did. So in grade 5, my focus would be two things. One would be depth, and the second one would be flexibility. So the depth and flexibility in mathematical thinking. So the students would be able to have all kinds of strategies. The depth would be there to answer questions, to be able to have different starting points and different skills built up to be able to try to solve questions from a variety of different looks. And the flexibility would be to be able to adapt to different questions based on the skills that have already been created, that have already been built into the student's toolbox when it comes to answering questions. So the flexibility to be able to answer questions that might be a little more challenging, but the depth to also have the skill set available to be able to take on these daunting tasks. For grade 6, I would be working on putting it all together, having a positive attitude, skills to use the numbers effectively to answer different questions, to really be brave and open-minded when trying to make sense of mathematics. But the main focus I would have for grade 6 students, based on the constructivist approach, is to persevere, to develop stamina and perseverance when it comes to answering questions, giving the students the time on task to be able to work through mathematical questions that are challenging, that may take more than one day and more than one look in order to properly answer them, but to give the students the skill sets they need to really work through problems and be proud of the accomplishments when they are finished. It won't only assist them when it comes to mathematics, but it'll assist them in real-world challenges in the future as well. So that's the look at main strategies from a constructivist approach from kindergarten to grade 6, looking at different possibilities to implement in different grades as you progress through these very different divisions and grade levels and abilities and students, etc. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.